Good day, film studies students. So if you've checked online, you see your assignment for this week is to watch parts 9, 10, and 11. Parts 9, 10, and 11 of The Quiet Man. And I gave you the link on the communications page for my teachers' pages. So you watch those first before you see this lecture, okay? 9, 10, 11 of The Quiet Man. You should have seen everything up through that. That leaves only about 30 minutes for next week for you to watch. So watch that and then watch this video. I want to talk to you about montage. Now, montage is actually a French word that has two different meanings in film studies. I'm sorry, that's what it is. One use of montage is exactly what you wrote about last week. That is where you have a sort of mini film within a film. Usually it's giving you backstory, but sometimes it's racing you ahead. You might be watching a movie and then they'll have, I think about Ferris Bueller's Day Out, where he and his buddies are in Chicago and they have them going to the art museum and doing other things while they play some music while they're quickly giving you 3 or 4 second shots of the stuff they're doing, like when they're in that art museum in that movie. That's one way you can use montage. A lot of times it's like it was in this one. Remember the boxing scene where you suddenly are transported back into Sean's past and you see him kill that man in the ring? That's montage. So a little film within a film that either gives backstory or hurries the story along is one use of montage. However, and this is confusing, I know, in film studies, you also hear the word montage, M-O-N-T-A-G-E, for how shots are edited together to make a scene. So we've done a mise en scène analysis before where you had like a still image and you were looking at how the director laid things out. So here, a montage analysis of this. You see Sean in the foreground. There's Mary Kate in the far distance over there, see her? And you got this rock wall and the cottage in the background. You could do a mise en scène analysis where the rose bushes are. That shot has been thoroughly composed by the director and the cinematographer to convey things, right? That is a mise en scène, a placement in the scene. That's the French term for that analysis. But what a montage analysis is you look at how the individual shots have been edited together to make a scene. How long are the shots? How close-up? Are they close-ups? Are they long shots from far back? Are they crane shots from above? Are they looking down, up at the characters from below? Are they eye-level shots? You're looking at all the shots and analyzing how they've been put together, because the director, working with the cinematographer and the editor, put scenes together to tell the story, right? And the story, one of the things you learn when you study film, is the story isn't just a straightforward thing. It's a subtle manipulation of the mind and the heart. Emotions can be conveyed. If you've ever seen the movie Psycho, the shower scene where the actress is killed by the maniac with a knife has more than 130 separate shots in less than a minute of film. What does that do to you when you see this pop, 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 pop of a bunch of very, very short shots, like a tenth of a second, a quarter of a second long? That's going to do one thing to you. But know this, in the golden age of Hollywood, from say 1935 to 1955, exactly when The Quiet Man was made, late in the golden age, the average length of a shot in a film was 8 seconds. Now, you don't see a whole lot of 8-second shots anymore. Television has kind of ruined us. We want more action, and you get directors almost always are popping you around with different shots in a scene. But in this age, 8 seconds was the average length of a shot, and a long shot might go 30, 40 seconds, even longer. So we're going to look at shot length here. we're going to look at where the shot is coming from. This is roughly a shot at eye level for Sean, right? So let's watch this scene and analyze it. Been about 4 seconds so far, and the camera has not moved. Sean's picking up the rocks. He's putting it over on the wall. We just got a cut. I would say that was about 8 seconds on that one shot, an average shot for a film of this time.
Now I know why you have so many rock walls in this country.
About 5 seconds then. But notice that last shot. That was about 5 seconds long, and then it goes to his foot. Watch that again. So this was about an average shot, roughly the eye level of Sean. And then we get about a 5 second shot. And how is it oriented? You're looking up. Mary Kate has walked up. She's standing higher, so we're looking up. So who is the dominant figure in this scene? Is it Sean or is it Mary Kate? Who is the one acting here? Sean is, you'll remember what's happened. He's upset. They've been married, but it didn't go well. And Mary Kate is coming. She wants to apologize, but her pride, and you know by now that her pride is a major part of this story, can't make her actually apologize. But she's actually the one who is the actor in this scene, the one acting. He is more passive. He's throwing rocks, which shows he's tense, but that's why she's higher in the scene.
Roses. Are you planting?
Now, the roses are what they're going to talk about for a minute. You got a 1 second shot of the roses.
Roses.
Yeah.
Fine farmer you are. Not a turnip or a cabbage or a potato on the
Our
plate.
children.
Okay, so that was again probably slightly shorter than 8 seconds. But now we're back at eye level, but she has come down to him. This is the closest thing to an apology she can do at this point with her pride. Notice though, Shauna is the one who actually says, "I'm sorry," alluding to the fact they've been married some time now apparently, and children are not really in the picture. So
I suppose they will make a very fine display around.
So by complimenting his idea to plant roses, that's in lieu of an apology.
I think so.
We've passed 8 seconds now, the tender gesture of the tiny little flower, but now this is a very long scene. This is now way past the average length of a scene.
We need a plow and a cultivator.
So she is trying now to sort of change the subject, but have enthusiasm for their life together. So again, she can't apologize, but she wants to show she wants a life with him, at least as far as farming goes.
Nasty, smelly things.
But notice now, we are now way up there, 3 times longer than the average shot. This camera has not moved a millimeter. Why is it that way? Why has John Ford done that? Why this incredibly long shot? We're now moving closer to a minute long without moving the camera in this shot. What does it do when you have a very long shot like this? You get into the emotional life of the characters. You feel like you're standing there watching them. The camera's not jumping you all over the place. You're going into their faces. You're going to their hearts. That was, I think, at least 45 seconds, probably longer. Now she's moved. The camera moved. You may not even notice, but it did move a little bit.
I'll be a minute.
So he agreed to go into town. The camera panned up just a tad, so it could, obviously the playful slap there. All right, but now she's excited. We're back in the cabin, in the cottage, and she's dressing up, obviously, to go into town. Remember that she is actually from the gentry. although she's very concerned about her fortune. So she wants to be seen to put on a good figure in town, to be dressed attractively. Notice the little yellow flower he gave her. She's put that on as a gesture. He's given her a little carriage here.
Hold on to your
I believe that was called a dog cart in the parlance of the time. All right. So I hope now you get an idea of how you do a montage analysis. How long are the shots? How are they facing? Where is the camera? Now this is back projection. You can recognize there that is a studio shot. It really would have been very difficult with the technology of that time for them to get a good shot of those two people moving in the cart up as close up. So they had to use back projection. But now you've got this beautiful, very long shot of the gorgeous scenery, which you know is almost a character in the movie. All right. Now what I want you to do for your writing assignment for me is a montage analysis, like I just did for you, of the scene after they have their fight. Right here, actually, it's what's going on at this point. She is unbelievable. She doesn't believe that Sean will not confront her brother about her dowry. And she's implying he's a coward, see? And so he's going to go talk to her brother while she storms off and goes home. Then, as you know, he sees Mr. Playfair and talks to Mr. Playfair, the Protestant pastor, about his past, having killed a man in the ring. And Mary Kate goes to talk to the Roman Catholic priest by the river. But what I want you to analyze, and I think it comes in section 11 on YouTube, it starts at 9 minutes and 39 seconds in... Well, I'm having trouble finding it. But go to section 11 on the YouTube video of The Quiet Man, broken up as it is. And I want you to look, oh, there it is. 9 minutes and 39 seconds into part 11, you're going to see Mary Kate and Sean in the cottage. And Mary Kate talked to the Roman Catholic priest, and Sean talked to the Protestant minister. And they both basically told them to act like grown-ups and be married. From the moment he leaves...
Now, of course.
Yeah. So the next shot, the next scene that starts a shot, I want you to do a montage analysis starting from here. That's 9 minutes and 39 seconds into the 11th part. And I want you to go right to the end of the 11th part. So that's probably a good 5 minutes. And I want you to do a montage analysis. Look at how long the shots are. How often does the camera move? What is the camera focused on? What's the focal point? Oh, one thing I didn't talk about. Look at Mary Kate. Where are her eyes? You want to, this is where called the eye shot, or the sight line. The sight line or eye shot of the actor. Look at Mary Kate. Where is she looking? She's gazing down into the fire. So you want to say, where is the camera set up? What is it causing us to focus on? How long are the shots? High, low, middle, altitude shots, close up, distant. What is the sight line of the characters? What are we supposed to think they're looking at? All those go into a montage analysis. Describe what you see and tell me why you think John Ford, the director, filmed this scene of Mary Kate and Sean in their cottage the way he did. What was he trying to tell you about the characters and the storyline? Okay? Email that to me by the end of the week. God bless.